Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. I'm Brian Anderson, along with Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg, our reporter, Allie LaForce. Here's Castle. And the highlight of this game could be the matchup at the 5 spot, Clark.
You know, Brian, we've seen strong play at the center position these last few years, and we've got two bigs who can each take over a game, so I think it's going to be a lot of fun watching them square off. Great decision by Bol at 7'2". He's got a view that very few have.
Pass to Wolf. Takes the 12-footer and hits it.
And hitting from the mid-range here and early. I mean, really give the defense just another thing to worry about. Well, they better be thinking about him. I mean, we know how dangerous he is. Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line. Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there.
And so he makes both from the line.
He's one of the league's best free throw shooting bigs. A performance like this certainly proves it.
Pass to Wolf. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. The kick out to Johnson. Doncic outside. Shot clock at 5. Here's Boozer. Rebounded by Castle. You know, Grant, you talk to scouts about Stephon Castle. They just feel like this guy's a winner.
Well, certainly we saw that at Connecticut. Now, as a freshman, he was a key piece in their title run. He actually turned up his game in the tournament. That's rare for any freshman.
Almost 2 minutes into the first here. Outside Johnson. Outside Reddish. Johnson inside. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
Well, I like Magic doing his work inside. The close range look. Smart play that time by the Magic.
Pass to McGrady. Offline with a 3.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Castle for 3. Sinks the tray.
Opportunistic basketball. Gets a great look at the 3 in transition.
Well, if you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
And the Lakers have possession. 4-point game. Pass to Wolf. Clock at 6. This one for 3. Orlando with the rebound.
Magic Johnson. That's his first personal foul. Second.
Here's McGrady. Right now contributing around 10.5 points a game. Bol. And finished off by Bol.
It's really easy for Bol to throw it down. Man, I'm a little jealous, especially with these creaky knees that I've got. I don't even think I could dunk in my dreams.
Here's Boozer. He's been productive, averaging just over 7 points a game. And so J.J. Redick calls for the timeout. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players.
Show some love and the Laker Girls dance team.
Here's Wolf. 6 on the shot clock. And again, the Lakers no good.
They're just a little off his game this quarter. He's trying to work his way into a rhythm.
Out to the right wing. Here's McGrady. Fires from deep. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Well, I tell you what, you've got to keep Yao Ming out of the paint. Guy is just too big and too strong and has too good a touch to let him catch it that close.
Now here's Doncic. No points so far.
That's a textbook example of how to move the ball. Boy, you got to love that action.
Castle for three. Rebound, the Lakers. Pass to Johnson. 1:49 left to play in the first quarter. Reddish misses.
You know, when he has the ball outside like that, that's exactly the kind of D they need to play on.
Here's McGrady. Outside Bull. Here's Boston. The offensive rebound. Here's Castle. Got a hand on it. Tries to save it. And he gets it back. The Magic need to put one up here. Here's McGrady. Goes up again. To the wing, right side. Lets the three fly. And Castle with the three. Castle's got his second basket on the night.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
And so J.J. Redick calls for the timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Orlando making some changes.
Lakers breakers.
We've got 1:08 left to play in the first quarter. They set the screen. Doncic into the lane. And a nice finish on the layup.
Capable of slicing his way to the basket. All Doncic needs is a sliver.
Here's Rose. And he goes up strong with a one-handed jam.
And breaking out the one-hand slam.
Man, an emphatic way to extend the lead a little more.
Yes, indeedy. Well done.
Now here's Rose. And so far, he's averaging 7 points a game. And there's the drive. It's tipped. Johnson for three. And the three-pointer goes. Johnson's got 5.
Not Magic's normal route of attack, but sometimes you just can't pass up a good look like that.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Rose with it, and Johnson picks him up defensively. Tried to come right back with a three of his own, but it's no good. Boom! He jams it straight down.
He slams it home and gets some extra camera time chilling on the rim.
Yeah, he did spend a little time up there, didn't he?
The refs are much more lenient with that kind of situation than they used to be.
And so it's the Orlando Magic closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. Hey, 3 points is better.
The Magic, 20.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Orlando?
Well, in today's NBA, the three-point shot is so valuable. They realize this, and that's why they're continuing to drain as many as they can.
They've also displayed a real unselfishness as a team, moving the basketball well, sharing the rock, and giving everybody a chance to participate in the offense.
Back to Lively. Pass to Christie. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Rose. James with the rebound.
Probably should have scored there. He usually does.
On the wing, Murray. Back to James. To the paint. Here's Vanderbilt. They kick it out to Murray. Here's Filipowski. No made baskets yet. Jacks up a 3. Murray, no good. Here's Christie. Rose outside. The three ball. Buries it. He's 2 for 4 in this game.
You know what? You can see the confidence Rose has in being able to just catch and shoot it and get it up quickly.
They kick it out to Murray. Pass to Filipowski. Back to Murray. Orlando with the rebound. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Man, was there a guy more fit to run that 2023 team than Murray?
I don't think so, Brian. I mean, think about what Murray did after. Coming off an ACL injury, he leads them to the finals along with Jokic and the rest of his teammates, and he went off in every playoff series. Tough shots, clutch shots, timely shots. Incredible stuff by Jamal Murray.
Well, Grant, when you think of Jamal Murray and all he's been through, health is of utmost importance for him.
Oh, extremely important, B.A. Because when Murray is healthy, he's a lethal player and a huge part of this team's success.
Already a very confident player. Knocking down those free throws only fuels that.
Offensive rebound to the left wing. Pass to Christie. Now here's Winslow. Here's Christie. Takes a three. The rebound by Filipowski. Down low. And book it for Vanderbilt.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
Rose outside. Pass to Christie. Outside Winslow. Drops in the three. And the Magic lead by 9.
You know, pretty much anybody can hit that shot when they're that wide open. I mean, terrible defense.
Hey, kept it simple. No reason to get fancy right now, B.A.
Yeah, he's just looking to find shots and produce for his team.
Hey, I thought there was some style there, guys. What are you guys looking at? I mean, it was still a pretty sweet, flavorful one-hand flush.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
And what I like about it, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it, gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Here's Doncic. Second chance shot. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. That's on Justice Winslow.
Man, the defender really went after him.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
And this is a star-driven league, but talk about the importance of role players, Grant.
Oh, B.A., a lot of times they're the ones who carry the day. You know what you'll get from your stars, but when the X factor ignites, that can make the difference. As the deep shots continue to fall, you can sense the frustration growing among these defenders.
Yeah, and they either have been unwilling or unable to take that shot away.
And it's stolen by Rose.
That's his second foul of the first half. Not a big deal yet, but something to keep an eye on.
Second personal foul.
Here's Castle.
Substitution on the court.
Pass to Boston. Here's Castle. Right wing. Here's Bowl. Off target from three-point range. Lakers trail by 12. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
We hear players proclaiming their love for the game, but former sharpshooter J.J. Redick said there's a distinction between loving the competition itself and loving the game and everything that goes into that. Guys say, I just want to play. Well, do you want to do all of the necessary things that lead up to that? Hey, Brian, 15 NBA seasons for Redick. He'd know.
He certainly would. Thanks, Allie. Here's Wolf. And so far, he's averaging 7 points a game. Pure from three-point range.
It's important that you have big men who can shoot in this day and age, and this guy can really stretch the floor.
Over to the wing. These are his first free throws of the game.
That's his first personal foul.
And that one misses.
When you've got an imposing force like Bobo, you expect to see him at the line a lot.
Good on the second one. Lakers trail by 12. Here's Doncic. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
Ooh, how sick was that, guys? I mean, he makes defenders look silly with moves like that.
Los Angeles shooting their 5th free throw of the game here.
And comparing to the numbers of last season, they've made a bit of improvement, so that's some positive momentum they can look to build on.
McGrady, good.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Wolf can't get it to go. Orlando leading by 12. Pass to Yao. Here's McGrady. There's 10 seconds left in the first half. Yao, good. Yao's got 5 points in the quarter. Doncic deciding where to go with it. And so it's the Orlando Magic liking their chances, ending the quarter with a 15-point lead. Up big because of their three-point shooting. Just going to town from downtown tonight. We'll be back in a moment. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. And there's the screen. Pass to Wolf. Oh, it's blocked by Bull.
You've got to be aware of Bobo. He's got a 7'8" wingspan. If you are anywhere near him, back up even more to make sure you can get that shot off.
Clock at 4. Second shot opportunity. Blocked again!
Coming out stone cold here. Sometimes the break will do that to you.
Pass to Yao. To the right side. Boston. Out to the right wing. Here's McGrady. Castle for 3. It's hauled in by Wolf. And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for Los Angeles. Down by 15. Kicks it to Doncic. Doncic delivers from range.
There it is, the first basket of the half after missing their first 3 attempts.
Pass to McGrady. Here's Castle. From outside the arc. Boston with the bucket. Boston's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
He drops yet another dive, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Takes the 3. Wolf can't get it to go.
Not his best night, and not the team's best night. Sometimes it just goes that way.
And I like seeing McGrady rise up for the dunk. Has amazing leaping ability and good reach, too. He makes it look easy.
Oh, sweet move. And Doncic hammers it home.
Ooh, bouncy. That should give him a nice lift.
Good timing. They needed that one.
And, you know, that's exactly what happens when you don't settle. That's the result. Tremendous effort and a big-time finish there. Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
Hammers the lob through.
I like Doncic's willingness to share the ball. He wants to see other guys involved in producing.
Here's Boston. The three-pointer off the mark. Lakers trail by 13. Clark, when you watch Luka Doncic play, how is he able to just control the games like he does?
He's a savant. That's all I can say. He's way ahead of himself. I mean, this guy's been a pro since he was 13 or 14 years old. There's nobody else in the NBA that's been a pro that long, I don't think. So, unique in that regard. Great size, uncanny, underrated strength. And then his vision, his pace, all of that what allows him to really not ever be sped up or out of control. I tell you what, the peripheral vision, the court awareness of Johnson, this guy always knows when one of his teammates is open.
Pass to Bull. Here's Boston. Here's Castle. He's got 9. Here's McGrady. Three-pointer, no good.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Here's Doncic. In the paint, Luka.
Their offense is really humming right now, and it's because of the beautiful ball distribution. 10 straight points off assists, that's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
And so Jamal Mosley calls for the timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys.
Let's give a big round of applause to your Lakers squad.
Just over 3.5 minutes through the third. Magic leading by 10. Pass to Winslow. Back to Rose. Here's Christie. Here's Rose. Covered by Johnson. Outside Winslow. Beyond the arc. No luck on that one. Here's Boozer. Winslow defending. Boozer misses. Orlando with the ball. When this game is done, they'll be off to New Orleans as they take on the Pelicans. It's the last leg of what's been a daunting road trip. 6 games in total. And once again, off the mark by Orlando. Pass to Doncic. And we've got a timeout called by J.J. Redick. He wants to review the game plan.
If you see yourself in a big game, then you know what to do. Let's go, everyone. Let's hear it for you.
Here's Doncic. 11 points in the game. Minute 32 left in the third quarter. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. Doncic has got 9 points here in the second half. Magic leading by 8. The drive by Rose. The 3 is up. They grab their own miss. Fires the 3. Hits a three-pointer. Rose has got 8.
It was once a weakness, his outside shot, but for Rose now, he's lethal from outside. He's worked really hard to become so.
Man, good whistle there.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Magic.
I mean, they play some beautiful basketball all game. The passing has been impressive, and it's opened up things with their ball movement.
They've also found a lot of shots at the arc in this one and allowing their good shooters to tee it up.
It's deflected. Rose with it, and Johnson picks him up defensively. Outside Winslow. Rose outside. Over Johnson. Rose with the bucket. Rose has got 5 points now in the quarter.
His shooting has been fantastic, and this team has leaned on him.
And once again, off the mark by Los Angeles.
They've had a slight leg up on the boards and a big leg up on the scoreboard.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
And so it's Orlando now holding a 12-point lead at quarter's end, playing some great basketball.
The Magic, 53. Here it is.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And so here is Orlando leading by 12. Pass to Yao. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
And Yao Ming's a handful when he's this deep. I mean, virtually impossible to guard. You can't let him get this kind of position. Easier said than done, though.
Orlando leading by 14. Castle for three. It's hauled in by Wolf. Doncic left side. And it's out of bounds. The Lakers able to retain possession here. Here's Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Magic doing a little self-serve, going vertical on him.
Orlando with the ball. Pass to Boston. Here's Castle. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
How about the bounce?
We can call that bounce per ounce. Can't be denied.
He's a highlight reel, always on the launch pad.
The perimeter game has failed him thus far. Hit one from range in the first half, but nothing since. Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
A good look from Johnson. McGrady grabs a miss.
Almost too wide open there. That's like a warm-up jumper for him.
Doncic on the wing. To the right side. The three. Rebound by the Magic. 17 points was their biggest margin. Pass to Boston. Here's Castle. Lets it go from deep. Buries it from three. Castle's got 5 points now this quarter.
He's putting on a commanding performance here. He's hit 2 3-pointers in each half now. Ball distribution was there. I mean, outstanding work all the way around.
Orlando leading by 15. To the wing on the left. Boston. And another three for Orlando.
Back-to-back threes, making their defense work on the perimeter a bit.
Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed.